This video, I walk through the solution for problem 2. And in the face-to-face class, what I'm going to do is I print out this this extra page of the gas flows with blank and some other information, and we are going to fill out and complete for the project for problem 2. And I suggest you to do so after you watch the lesson videos for problem 1. This will be similar, apply that concept for problem 2. And with that, I suggest you to work on that before you continue watching these videos. There are 6 activities A, B, C, D, E, F as shown here in the project, which are planned to be done within 4 months. See that schedule here. Those activities, the times when they are scheduled to be performed, and the costs of the activities are tabulated below. So example, activity A, scheduled for the first month, and the cost is 600,000. Activity D and E have overlap in month 3, and the cost for E is 1,200,000, and E 1,800,000, etc. Use the gas flow chart attached in the next page here to show the general contractor gas flow for this project. Assume that the activities will be performed in a linear fashion. Contractor submitted the invoice on the last day of the month, the end of that month, and get paid 2 months after the submission. The owner will hold 10% retentions and round the number to the nearest whole number instead of percent, which is dollar. And in this case, they just hold 10% and pay in the final payment, and no maximum retention like 5% as we did in problem 1. So that's the difference in here. And they also give us the working days is 20 working days per month, and the indirect cost is $20 per working days, and the makeup is 5%, retention 10% as given in the previous one. So work on this problem by your own before you continue watching this video. Now let me show the walkthrough of the problem I already prepared and available on Canvas. So activity A, as you can see there, is 600,000 first month. So we have that one here, 600,000 first month. Activity B, 800,000 first month. So we have 800,000 first month. And then similarly, we have C, 3,500,000 in second month. D, 1,200,000. E, 1,800,000 both in the third month. So we add them up. And then the fourth month, only activity F, 1,500,000. So with that, we can be able to put A in first month, B in first month, C in the second, D and E in the third, and this is the cost. And then F, the only activity in activity 4, 1,500. So that's what we have from the project. And then they do similar we did in the problem 1, the direct cost for the first month, because that month including activity A and B. So we have 600 plus 800, it means 1,400,000, because the money in million in $1,000. Similarly, only one activity, go down here, 3,500,000. Month 3, 2 activity D and E involved, add them up, 3,000. Month 4, only F, 1,500,000, 1,500,000. And we have the indirect cost is $25 per working days. Our working day is 20 working days per month. So you have 25 plus 20, 500, 500, all of that. And then at the final column, we have total. At all the direct costs, we have the total. At all the indirect costs, we have the total 2,000 for 4 months. Total costs, including just like we did in problem 1. Direct cost, indirect cost, so 1400 for 1,400,000 and 500,000, we get 1,900,000. Just to be clear in here, this either per day is $25,000 per working days, because we round up in here, we simplify in the problem is by thousands, as you can see. So that is 25, again, not $25 per working days, it's $25,000 per working days. That's why we can add it, not there. Similarly, we add the here we get 3,500,000, we get 4 million, etc. So we get that second column, the third row that you see here. So cumulative, add them up, we get 11,400,000. Markup, the problem gives us markup 5%, so this is the cost. Markup including overhead and profit 5%, so 1,900 times 5%, you have 95, and again write it round to the whole number. 4 million times 5%, 200,000, etc. So we add them up. The markup is 570,000, including overhead and profit. So the total cost, you add them, 1,900,000, 95,000, you add, it become 1,995,000. Do similar for the next columns. At the end total, we add these two numbers, you get 11,970,000. And the retention, you will not get the whole money. For that progress payment, the owner may retain some money, in this case 10%, and round up to the whole number. So it 10% of 1,995,000 with 10%, so round up to 200,000, 420,000 retention, etc. So that is the total retention, 10% of the project costs, 1,198,000. So the payment due, just like problem 1 we did, the gross values of the monthly value, subtract the retention, so you get the progress. That is payment due to the owner, and then that not realized until the payment received, that is due, because that is at the end of the month. So at the end of the month 1, you send the invoice to the owner, 1,795,000, and it will be not paid until 2 months later. At the problem with us in here, the payment, as you can see, last day of the month and get paid 2 months after submission. So submission end here. So we have after month 2 and after month 3, it means at the end of month 4. So that what you have the amount of the payment you get in the first month. And then similarly, payment on month 5 for the work we done in month 2, etc. And then the last work we have, the last month in month 4, we complete the work here, 1,890,000 due, and then we plus whatever retention, and for the final payment. And that what you add retention in here, and with that one we have 3,088,000. That's why, and that for delay for 2 months. At month 7 you get 3,088,000. Add on of that, it equal to 11,968,000. And then the cumulative total costs, because that we need to see what the interest here. That's so that the payment and the cumulative total cost should be equal to the cost. Add this, you get that. these two number, 1.9 million plus 4 million in there, you get 5.9 million, etc. We have the cost that we did in problem 1. So minus the payment you have, so that here show you whether you have extra money or less throughout the course of the project. So receive nothing, so nothing payment, move down here, you receive that, so subtract, receive 3,780,000. So and cumulative, so you have add that one 1.795 million plus 3.780 million, so that cumulative 5,575,000. Do is set the same and then better cumulative. So we subtract the two rows, so 1.9 million minus 0, you have 1.9 million, etc. In month number 4, you have costs 11,400,000 minus received so far 1,795,000, subtract, you get 9,605,000. That is the gap, the negative gap, because we already spent 11,400,000. We only received from clients 1,795,000. What does that mean? We have to pay the interest for that amount. So that's what you have here. The next is the net gross cumulative interest. So that is 0 because that the first month, and then this the cost that you spend for the first month, you have to pay the interest at the beginning of the next month. That's why you have month 2. So you have 1,900,000 with the interest here 1% per month, as you can see 1%. So we have 19,000, and that one cumulative here, cumulative continue to get the interest 78,000. Why 78? We have this one 5,900,000 times 1%. That is the spend for the second month. 1% of that, you have 59,000 plus the interest already accumulate in the work for the first month, 19,000. That becomes 78. Keep do the same, we get that. So the total interest is 361,000. Cumulative, it become negative. It means that you receive the money from the client more than the money you spend. So if you don't borrow the money, don't consider the interest, you get the profit is 570,000, which is 5% markup of the project. But now you have to pay the interest if you don't have money, borrow money and do for the work. Total, you get 361,000 interest, only 1% per month, and that the markup 570,000 minus 361,000, you have 209. It means that we only make a profit 209,000, and that similar to get overdraft. Just give you the overview, and then the overdraft here. At this 2, you get the overdraft. Month 2, 5,900,000 plus 19, you get 5,919,000. And of course, keep the same, and then you have interest this month. So 19 for this month, but it's not realized until second month. 59.95, just 1% of that, and then you have cumulative overdraft and interest. So you add these two, you get 1,919,000, and keep the same. But bottom line at the end, consider 1% of interest. We only realize the profit 209,000 compared to our markup 570,000. It means that we have to pay for the bank to borrow the money to do this project, 361,000. So that was through. Hopefully you get the point, and you can go back to practice and check with the numbers by yourself.